President Trump's push to get Republican-led states to redraw their congressional map has sparked a gerrymandering spree across the country among both parties ahead of the midterm elections. NewsNation's Xavier Walton joining us live from Dallas. Good morning, Xavier. What are the biggest flashpoints right now?
Hannah, good morning. You know, Texas really did open up Pandora's box earlier this summer. Now you've got a full-blown battle nationwide over who controls Congress next year. We've got a lot of ground to cover in a short period of time. So let's start in the Commonwealth. Let's start in Virginia, where Democrats just unveiled a proposal that would let the state reopen maps mid-decade if other states do the same. Now that comes as Indiana's Republican governor, Mike Braun, called a special session to redraw his state's congressional map after weeks of pressure from President Trump.
There are many in our state that want to do it. We're at a point where we're going to discuss it publicly. Their own party has gerrymandered in so many places they can't do any more of it. This is about leveling the playing field.
All right, so from Indiana to Maryland, Maryland's maps in Democrats' favor are getting pushback from within the party. In a 3-page letter Tuesday, Maryland Senate President Bill Ferguson warns, quote, you know, the legal risks are just too high, adding that the downside risk to Democrats is catastrophic. Some Republicans in Kansas and Indiana are also speaking out against mid-decade redistricting attempts. As you can see, it's not just Democrats versus Republicans. It's also, you know, Democrats versus Democrats, Republicans versus Republicans, because simply they don't know if it's worth the risk, if the juice is worth the squeeze, if you will, because it could essentially backfire at the end of the day, Hannah.
Yeah, the big question, how could all this shift the balance of power in Congress, Xavier?
Well, it could have a huge impact at the end of the day. A dozen House seats are in play. That's enough to flip control of the chamber. Here's a map just showing you how widespread this is. When we talk about a battle, Republicans moving fast in states they run, and then you got Democrats filing lawsuits and trying to hold their coalition together. We didn't even get into California, which votes next week on redistricting, where the court battle playing out here in Texas. But you got a political chess match back and forth that could determine the balance of power there in Washington. Midterms, crazy to think we're talking about it, still about a year and a half away, Hannah.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.